Guess what? I just got my Spanish passport and my DNI, or my national identity document, just last week. And the feeling is so surreal. I'm still excited about it because it's such a privilege to have one of the strongest passports in the world, to travel wherever I want without needing any visas. It's really, I don't know, I'm really happy about it, as you can see. Anyway, what triggered it? So before I can request for both documents, I needed the Certificado de Nacimiento Nacional por Residencia. It's basically my birth certificate as a naturalized citizen. It's not the same as the birth certificate that we have when we were born. So I needed to have that. But to be able to have that, I need to be registered in civil registry, which will happen after doing an oath taking to officially become a Spanish citizen. So back in January 2025, I did my oath taking in a notary. It was recommended by my lawyer. The process took like 20-30 minutes, and that's it. I was in and out of the notary. And then they told me that I have to wait 5 months more or less for the certificado to be issued. And I did. I waited a long time. And a month before the 5th month, I emailed the notary asking for updates, just in case there are issues or anything, or if I need to submit more documents. But they told me that they're starting to receive certificates for people who did the oath taking in early January, which means my certificate could be available or could be sent any day now. But a month after, I still haven't received anything. So I sent an email to the notary again and asking them if there are any updates. And they told me they are following up with the civil registry. So basically, it's out of the lawyer's hand. We're at the mercy of the civil registry or how fast they issue certificates. So the oath taking happened January 13, and exactly 5 months after, June 13th, it's Friday the 13th, I received the certificado in my email. It was sent to me via email, and I got really excited about it. So immediately after receiving that certificado, what I did was checked online for available cita or schedule for in the policia for my passport and my DNI. I thought I was gonna wait weeks to have an available appointment, but luckily there was an available appointment Tuesday the following week in a policia near me in Plaza España, which is really great. So I booked that and then prepared all the documents needed. So what were the requirements? So I needed my padron or my home registration, which should have been issued in the last 3 months. I was able to download my padron online because I have a digital certificate. And then, of course, the printed certificado, they need that. And then my TIE or my tarjeta de identidad de extranjero. And then one passport photo, EU size, not the Philippine size. Come Tuesday, at around 4 o'clock or 15 minutes before, I went to the policia. I waited for my turn. So when you enter the policia, you will input your NIE to make sure that you really have a cita during that day. And once you do that, you will receive a number. And then, in my case, at 4 o'clock exactly, they called my number, and I went to the officer who's processing my DNI and my passport. So I was there sitting with the officer, with my partner, and the officer was processing everything, my fingerprints, made me sign something, took my photograph, took my TIE, etc., and then gave me my DNI. He didn't return my TIE anymore because I don't think you can have both at the same time. And then after my DNI was printed and I got the card, he told me to go to another window for my passport. So I thought it was just processing and I have to go back a few days or a few weeks after to get my actual passport. But lo and behold, after 20 minutes, I got my passport. They were able to print same day. It only took 20 minutes. I was in and out of the police station. After 20 minutes, I went in at 4 or before 4, and then I got out at 4:20. But the entire process took just 20 minutes. It was organized. The process was smooth and seamless, and it was really good. As for the cost, I paid 30 euros for this and 12 euros for this. As for the validity, both have a 10-year validity, so meaning in 2035 I have to renew both. Anyway, I came in the police station with low expectations that I'm gonna get both, because with my TA or with my residence card, it was hard to get an appointment. That's number one. And then once I got to my appointment and did my fingerprints and everything, I was told to go back 45 days or 6 weeks after to get the actual card. So I have the same impression that it would take weeks or maybe months to get these two documents, but I don't know. It's just amazing that they were able to print both at the same time and same day. As for the timeline, if you're interested to know, my lawyer submitted my citizenship application in August of 2024. And then 4 months after, I got a positive resolution for my citizenship application. It was before Christmas, which is good. And then in January 13, I did my oath taking in a notary. I paid extra for that, 285 euros to be exact. You can do so for free if you want to do your oath taking in a civil registry. However, during that time when I checked online for available schedule to do the oath taking in a civil registry, the earliest date I could get was August or September. It was like an 8-month wait, and I told my lawyer I didn't want to do that. So they gave me another option of doing the oath taking in a notary, which I said, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then after doing that oath taking, they told me to wait 5 months, and I did. And 5 months after, I got in my email the Certificado Nacimiento Nacional de Identidad por Residencia. And then just 4 days after receiving that certificado, I went to the policia and then came out with both the passport and my DNI. So that's the entire timeline. It took approximately 10 months. If you're living in Valencia or smaller cities like Malaga or Granada, the wait time could be much shorter, because if you apply in Barcelona or Madrid, for instance, the wait time will be much longer, because I guess there's a lot of people applying for Spanish citizenship, etc. So if you don't want to wait, you have to go to another city, but you have to be registered there. Like your home address will have to be there. You cannot be registered in Barcelona, for instance, and then go to another city for your citizenship application. They don't allow that. What's next? So since I got both documents, I still have a lot of things to do. The next one would be to obtain a Certificado Concordancia, because that certificate would allow me to update all my documents here in Spain and change my NIE to DNI and all those documents. It's an important step that you shouldn't miss, because as of right now, my NIE is no longer valid or active. So the sooner I get these things done, the better. And then another thing which is important, especially if you're a Filipino, I'm going to be discussing in my next video about Philippine citizenship. If I lose it, if I need to retain it, or if I need to reacquire it, etc. I actually visited Philippine consulate today, got answers, clarity, etc. And I did a procedure which I will discuss in my next video. So if you're also a Filipino who's in the process of doing their Spanish citizenship application, the next video will also be important to you, because there's not a lot of information online about it. It can be confusing. So yeah, stay tuned about that. And that's it. If you have questions or need clarification about something, feel free to email me or drop them in the comments below. And if you like this video, feel free to share and subscribe. Until next time, hasta luego.